Dennis Miracle Aboagye, now a former MC, Emma Kwapemnof, Nancy NDC for one Tom Okra. I just say, NPP before I say, baby, as Sammy Gyamfi Bekobia, or the Abranti Webeko. Now, maybe about some of the videos, I just say, what to me to be a man, Sammy Gyamfi on the show, what to me say, Sammy Gyamfi and power, teen, TV3 for as a minimum, so one pair by Nasemo. Or more programs be as a Aboagye-The. Now, Franklin Kujo, or IMANI Africa president. Also, one of the guys at the PR, it is always a pleasure debating Dennis Miracle Aboagye. The guy can be an honest governance technocrat and a consummate African politician in one sentence. Wow. It was apparently a good too much. Now, young one some of the encounters on this Gyamfi nya je bobo unsem abranti we akwa smart nti uma yenti we
Sammy Gyamfi has the fixation of constantly putting out lies and falsehood and wants everybody to let me tell you, there is nowhere that in this country the NDC completed 50 e-blocks. It's a lie, it's a falsehood, it's a consistent lie he's put out there. When you go to parliament, Alfred, don't interrupt me please. When you go to parliament, the official documentation is there. And when you get to parliament, you realize that the NDC completed only 29 of the e-blocks they started. Get Fund started 101 of those e-blocks. And then World Bank contributed to the rest. You'd realize that it's a total of 125 e-blocks that the NDC started. As at the time they were leaving office, they had only managed to complete 29 of those blocks. So if he says they borrowed the money, where is the money? We have had to come and complete those 30, we've completed almost 30 blocks in addition to their 29. Now the point is this, you sit here, you speak of debts, and yet you refuse to tell the people that the e-blocks that you built in the bushes, hundreds of kilometers away from the communities, without dormitory blocks, you left them there and this government has come to complete them. I have just given you a list of secondary schools that have been built by this government from scratch to correct that falsehood and consistent palpable lie. For some strange reason, he's been saying this lie for 5 years. And for some reason, my party and my government has also refused to call him out. It is a lie, it is false. All the communities I have mentioned to you, when you go to those communities, you see the school. But let me even tell you something. It is senseless. It is completely senseless to come to a district like mine, where I have 13 secondary schools, and say that your solution to providing space for children to go to school is to go and build another school building kilometers away from the community. Go to Okwapman School. The level of infrastructure in Okwapman School alone, classroom blocks, dormitory blocks, dining halls, is about 20 of e-blocks put together. If you want, tomorrow, send your cameramen to Okwapman School. So if I have space in a secondary school like Okwapman School, there is so much land, even today. And my vision is to provide the access.
Okay, now just say, I don't know, part 1, part 2, when so share on Metro TV, and I want to be my man. Just say, I know the same thing. Now say, some of them be a borrow on fine share, and who they order yet, until I say, away Metro TV, and also Yanko TV or the
So the kids are in school to enjoy this kind of political masturbation. You know, all the time when he used to address issues. And he leaves the substantive issues that affect the Ghanaian people and run around with figures that sometimes are untrue and also sometimes even do not impact on the lives of the people. And now I'll take a few, then I'll come into the economy. But let me correct this falsehood he put out.
Remember, on the 2 minutes left.
Yes. On the issue of the industrialization, I insist, and I put it on record here, that no government since 1992, he jumped from the 92 and went into independence and was speaking of Kwame Nkrumah. No government since 1992 has embarked on such deliberate radical industrialization drive than we are seeing under Nana Kufuor. That is fact. In fact, he speaks of Kwame Nkrumah and all the factories that he built and state-owned. Rabbi, they, under the NDC, passed a law. They passed the Diversity Implementation Act to sell off state factories under his government, under the NDC. They passed out laws that sold out close to 200 factories owned by the state, rather than building new ones. So when he comes and said, how many state factories, pick our manifesto. There is no way in our manifesto that we said that Nana Danko Akufo-Addo's government is coming to build factories as a government for the state. It is stated verbatim in our manifesto. And maybe you should read it before you comment on it. The manifesto says that in collaboration with private sector, factories will be set up in every district to stimulate local economic development. It is here in the manifesto. That is what we said. So he cannot come and sit here, set his own questions, rattle all of them, and then expect that we take it hook, line, sinker. Again, he speaks of factories that he bought a list here, about 140 companies that they have built. Randy, the 278 factories that the NPP mentioned under the 1D1F does not, and let me repeat, does not include all the factories that have been built by private people from 2017 to 2021. Those factories that he speaks of, 140 that was built under the NDC, there is no government in our republic.
Okay. Nature say, and Sammy Gyamfi kwa no de bia ma no. Lawyer Martin Kpebu. Ono so why na hu say o lawyer ni, why na hu say o NDC oni NDC na say Mahama e blaster no ma. Ono kwa ni hu juru no. Say Mahama o ma kaja Mahama say o Mahama and returning as gracia. And Mahama can say that is silly. That is a silly comment. Martin Kpebu say, hey, obi adabia me defending this, so na ultimate can say me the man is silly. I feel it is not a matter of law, me a principle. Also by then over scratch as gracia and the over returning. Mahama say a silly comment. Ntina yen hwe de ode Martin Kpebu so wa say utim say abrante we nani abre papa.
Perfect. Let me
Yes.
say a very warm good morning. It's Honorable Mutala and lawyer.
Yeah,
And
I'm happy to see you here. We are part of the over-bloated government. This is office machinery. You guys are by thousands.
lawyer, I'm the
What
last.
are you doing there? At
I'm
the
the
office of
lawyer.
the
I'm the last
president?
person you go understand the
Yes.
Okay. I'm the last person.
No,
You know,
you are
please.
number one.
Okay. I'm the last
Okay.
person.
Okay.
I'm the last person you
We'll
go.
get there.
And
You're doing good.
if you start understanding with me, the program will not end.
No,
You are
no,
completely wrong. A lot of the things you are even ignorant about, even the numbers and all of that. So
I
let's
don't know 995.
let's
When-
start
when
on the
you said
good.
the-
Who come there? Who come there?
Why don't 995?
No, but
Are you not
he knows.
995?
Lawyer, he knows.
Are you not 995?
Alfred, would you-
1,000 people
Dennis,
at the office of
Alfred,
the
do you want me to
president?
react? in
Yes,
that-
react.
Yeah, hold on.
Lawyer is ignorant about a lot of the
You
issues.
look at you just look at
Hold on.
How can Dennis be superintendent over a minister?
Can you
Dennis, where you catch? Where you catch?
can you
Eh?
imagine
Dennis, where you catch?
Hold on.
look at lawyer Kpebu. How can lawyer Kpebu be giving us advices on running the country? Lawyer, where you catch?
So where you catch? How
Lawyer,
many
where
years
you
have
catch?
you that you
Lawyer,
director of
lawyer, where,
presidency?
lawyer, where you
Where
catch?
you catch?
That you are advising Nana Danko
Where
Akufo.
you
What have you
catch?
done
What's
for
your
yourself?
experience?
Oh.
Where's your experience,
Okay,
to be superintendent of
I
a
think that lawyer, you're completely ignorant about the issues. Running an organization has nothing to do with age. There are people who
I'm
are
saying
20.
experience.
Lawyer,
It's
let me.
not- I'm talking about your
Lawyer,
experience.
experience has nothing to do with age. You are ignorant.
No,
You
have I
are.
mentioned
You have
your
an
age?
overbloated ego. I
Have
can be.
mentioned
I
your
can,
age?
oh, let me.
I just said, how many years
let
have
me-
you worked
let
that
me-
you can
Dennis,
superintend
Experience
over
has
a
nothing to do with
Dennis,
age. Years has nothing to do with
Have I said age?
experience.
I'm just saying, what have you done before?
Lawyer,
What have
let
you
me
done
respond to
before?
you. No, let me. I'll respond to you.
Hold on.
Number one, since you brought it up, let me give you one piece of advice. Experience. Oh, let me speak.
How many years have you
Don't worry.
worked
Let
that
me
you
respond.
can be
Let me respond to you.
superintendent?
Let me respond to you. Number one,
Yes.
you are ignorant because
don't
I
worry
do not.
about it.
Oh, let me speak. I do not pretend over any minister. If you had read, and then you pay attention to the issues, you not make such an ignorant comment. Number two,
I'm thankful for your
I have a lot of experience. At least I have worked actively for 13 good years to be able to do what
At
I
what
do.
level?
Please.
At what level?
Please. So you see, you do not have my
what
CV.
level?
Can I speak? You do not have my CV. You have no idea about my work experience,
I have.
and yet you come and sit in the
think
morning.
I
And,
have it.
oh, let me
Okay.
please. Let me.
Thank
You
you.
come and sit on TV and make an
you.
ignorant comment, and you do this
Dennis,
to almost
you have
every
responded.
sector.
Dennis,
You have-
you're
you
just
have
interested in the
responded.
word ignorant.
Because you are ignorant. Because you are ignorant. And
You
and
have responded.
You have responded.
Dennis,
why are you?
Well,
And I think that moving forward, since since you've met me today, you've brought it up. Try to understand the issues, learn about it. If you have experience, decipher them before you make such comments. Don't do that. Let me make my point. Because you're ignorant. Because you're ignorant. And you do it a lot. You do that a lot. And you see, when you do that on TV, you think that is why you organize a demonstration and less than 100 people showed up. Because you just because you knew nothing about it. Showed what? Your demonstration was there. Your demonstration was the worst organized demonstration. And you couldn't organize a common demonstration. You couldn't organize a common demonstration.
Okay, lawyer. Okay, hold on. Okay, we'll be back after this quick break.
We'll be back after to me say Nsema guy na know yapa. To me cancel which lawyer pa. To me say lawyer knows a small boy but watching say hey, man for no ya. So you can see the confidence. The guy is too confident. Me obi an go lawyer Kpebu obi otumi ye lawyer no lawyer ketwa. Otumi ma was the first no na yanko court on weekends and on public holidays. And I say ye chill Saturday. Just say Monday and Sunday yetumi ama bail. Inti so bi person mafia wa na wa shada ama police fire becho Friday and you mremu wa inti eba ne sana. Say within 48 hours no untumi nda say ama bail but ye becho Friday on me delay sa na wa dem Saturday adam Sunday and sana. Inti ono no oya my Supreme Court it me pass law say okay. Sa amra na yetwam ye betumi ayi betumi ama bail even on weekends. Na fe ebi wa wo case bi ye say public holiday inti no ye to aheda. I say then saying public holidays or weekends or Saturdays or I said judges no omukwe juma nti ono ne lawyer to me here ma it me a pass ono nkwa single handedly nti onye lawyer ketwa kwa na I said small boy I say experience about age what DMC for a lot into our experience no or very good and you can see that he's learned na no we mo no say no na omo ofia na mo ka brofo no nkra mo ka brofo ofia brofo no ka kwa usuro cancer para yes nti na jese the other Sammy Gyamfi no na amount for bomb sem wo ama no work Twitter ho nye easy cry or you good as upon coma in the making or you very good pa nti na jese asem wo